Have you ever been in a heated conversation where all you wanted was to beat up the guy? That is so... Have you ever been in a heated discussion where all you wanted was to beat up this guy who was such a irritation, okay, that you kind of wondered, is there another way of doing this, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you're with your son and and all you want is to have a conversation with him to help him figure out how to solve his predicament, but you don't want to offer a solution for him. You want him to figure it out for himself? Or have you taken a walk by yourself and think about the most important things in your life, and all you want is to make those moments last forever? Fellow Toastmasters, friends, guests, 2 words: Socratic dialogue. What does that mean? Ever since I was a child, I've always been wondering, asking myself why. And I didn't know it, but that was the beginning of a Socratic discussion that I can start with myself. It comes from this person who lived 2,500 years ago. 500 years ago, Socrates. And he was a man who just wondered. And what he did was he went around the town, he went around Athens and asked people about what they're doing and the significance of why they're doing what they're doing. Consequently, the way he was asking it is such that it ultimately led to his death. Because the way he was asking it is such a way that people just got irritated, and people had him take hemlock. But because of that kind of reasoning, it has passed down to our time. 2,500 years, what he had started was the beginning of Western civilization. What is Socratic dialogue? What is Socratic discussion? Well, when you ask yourself why, that's the beginning. And I remember on my own, when I had my moment with my brother, and I was so angry with him that he just decimated all my reasons of why he had to do this or that, and I just couldn't get through. And I went off to myself and asked, what am I going to say to him next time? So if he's going to say this, I'm going to say that. And he says this, I'll say that. And if he says that, I'm going to say this. But I realized something. How can I remember all that? But the second thing that came to my mind was, you know what? Maybe I should be asking, why do we have to argue? Why do I have to do this? And if I answer my question right, we don't even have to go into an argument. That was my first moment of a Socratic dialogue with myself. My real experience was back when I believe I was in high school. And I really appreciated the education I had. I went to an all-boys school where we had philosophy, Latin, literature, and the way we did our literature class was something that I've never seen before. Instead of rows of chairs facing the blackboard with a teacher in front giving a lecture, we had our chairs in a circle, and our teacher became a moderator and had us read a book, and we were to make our own discussions from that, asking questions that are related in the book, but more importantly, questions about our own life because of what we've read in the book. That was a Socratic dialogue. Recently, when I was in Keystone Montessori, they had such an experience, and this time around, I noticed something. This time the teacher didn't say a single word. It was just the students who were moderating, leading the discussion. Socratic method requires a few things. One, you have to have an intellectual humility. The humility that enables you to say, you know what? I don't know everything, and I'm curious what you think. You know what? I don't know everything. I'm curious. What can I learn from this? It also requires that if you're doing this with others, that you build first your relationship. Because if you don't have such a relationship, you can't have that kind of discussion. The third thing you need is that you need to realize that when you're doing this, you need to be authentic, true to yourself. Because you have to be able to say, you know what? I'm really stupid. Because I did this, I don't have to do this the next time. I can choose a different course of action. Right? I realized that Socratic dialogue is a start of the steps towards wisdom. Wisdom to seek the answers. That was the beginning. I would like to say, if you find yourself wondering, know that you are taking steps towards wisdom. And know that you are taking steps to start the Western civilization. So when you start yourself wondering, everything starts with why. Thank you very much.